There's a moment in life when everything quietly shifts, not because you learned a new strategy, not because you suddenly became stronger, but because you finally faced a truth you've been avoiding for years. A truth so simple, yet so uncomfortable, that most people spend their whole lives running from it. Here it is. Your life doesn't change when things get easier. Your life changes the day you accept that no one is coming to save you. Not your parents, not your friends, not some miracle, not future you, just you. The version of you that finally stops negotiating with excuses and takes responsibility for the one thing you can control, yourself. And the moment this truth sinks in, the world suddenly looks different. Scarier, yes, but also full of possibility. Because once you accept that no one is coming, you realize you're free to become anything. Most people don't like this truth. Not because it's complicated, but because it removes the illusion that life will magically work out on its own. Think about it. We promise ourselves that next month will be different. We wait for motivation to show up. We hope circumstances will get better. We think, if only my situation was easier, I'd finally become the person I want to be. But months pass, years pass, and life looks the same. You're not alone in this. Everyone fights the same quiet inner battle. I'll start when I'm ready. I'll change when life calms down. I'll grow when I finally feel confident. I'll try again when things fall into place. But life rarely calms down. Confidence doesn't appear out of thin air, and things never magically fall into place. The truth is, most people are waiting for a version of life that doesn't exist. They keep expecting the perfect timing, the perfect energy, the perfect support, the perfect opportunity, but perfection never arrives. Life remains messy, unpredictable, distracting, and full of responsibilities. And while we wait for life to be perfect, our dreams grow older, our habits grow weaker, our courage fades, our identity becomes passive. You know this feeling, that subtle guilt, that quiet frustration, that small voice saying, you're capable of more, but you're not showing up. And that's where the truth hits hardest. Your life changes the day you accept the version of you you're waiting for is the version you need to become now, not later. Let me tell you a story. It's about a guy named Daniel. Daniel was the type of person who always believed tomorrow would be better. Tomorrow I'll start waking up early. Tomorrow I'll fix my health. Tomorrow I'll focus on my goals. He wasn't lazy. He wasn't unmotivated. He simply believed that his future self would somehow be stronger, more disciplined, more courageous. And then life began piling up. Work became stressful. Bills increased. His social circle grew distant. His confidence dipped. And slowly, without noticing, he began shrinking into a smaller version of himself. Every morning he'd promise change. Every night he'd whisper regret. Until one evening, something small, but life-changing, happened. He was walking home after a long day. It was cold. He felt exhausted, disappointed, and mentally drained. He sat on a bench outside a quiet street and looked at his reflection in a shop window. He barely recognized himself, not physically, emotionally. He saw a man who kept waiting, a man who kept procrastinating on his own potential, a man who lived more in his imagination than his actions. And in that moment, something inside him cracked, not loudly, not dramatically, quietly, like a truth finally breaking through a lifetime of denial. He whispered to himself, "No one is coming. It's on me." He didn't say it in anger. He said it like a person who finally stops lying to themselves. He felt this mix of sadness, relief, fear, and clarity. For the first time, he understood. No one was going to fix his health. No one was going to clean up his habits. No one was going to create his future. No one was responsible for his potential except him. That night, he didn't set unrealistic goals. He didn't make a giant plan. He didn't try to become a new person overnight. He did something simpler. He took ownership, not of the future, but of the next 15 minutes. He cleaned his room. He drank water. He turned off his phone. He wrote down the truth he had avoided for years. I am responsible for the person I become. The next morning, he woke up early, not because he felt motivated, but because he had made a commitment to himself. He didn't chase perfection. He chased consistency, one day at a time. Small wins, small steps, small decisions repeated over and over. And slowly, his life began to shift. Not because life got easier, not because he suddenly became talented, not because someone rescued him, but because he rescued himself. Weeks passed, Months passed. People started noticing. Daniel, you look different. Daniel, you seem focused. Daniel, how did you change so much? He would smile quietly because he knew the answer wasn't magical. It was simply this. His life changed the day he accepted the truth that everyone avoids. No one was coming. That truth didn't break him. It built him. It freed him. It gave him permission to take back control. And you have that same power. Why do people avoid responsibility? It's not because people are weak. It's because the mind is wired to avoid discomfort. Your brain loves certainty, easy habits, low effort, predictable routines. Taking responsibility threatens all of these. Responsibility means facing your flaws, admitting your patterns, letting go of excuses, stepping out of comfort, challenging your identity, holding yourself accountable. That's uncomfortable. So the brain protects you by creating illusions. Soon I'll feel ready. Life is too stressful right now. I need motivation first. I'll start when things settle. These illusions feel comforting. They give you a false sense of progress, but deep down, they delay your life. Here's the real psychological shift. Responsibility creates power. Avoidance creates weakness. When you take responsibility, your mind stops searching for external rescue. It starts searching for internal solutions. You shift from I hope to I build, from I wish to I decide, from I will someday to I start now. This shift rewires your identity. You stop seeing yourself as a victim of circumstances and start seeing yourself as the creator of outcomes. Here's a practical system to anchor this truth into your life. Step 1. Accept your starting point. Stop pretending life is something else. Write down exactly where you are mentally, emotionally, financially, physically. Honesty is the foundation of change. Step 2. Reduce the battle to the next 10 minutes. Don't try to fix your entire life. Fix the next small action. Drink water. Meditate 2 minutes. Clean one corner. Take one walk. Write one paragraph. Momentum beats motivation. Step 3. Build one identity habit. Choose one identity you want to become. For example, I am someone who shows up. Then anchor it with a small daily action. Consistency builds identity. Identity builds transformation. Step 4. Remove your negotiations. Stop saying, I'll skip today. I'll start later. I'm tired. Negotiate less. Execute more. Step 5. Review nightly. Ask one question. Did I take responsibility today? If yes, feel proud. If no, adjust tomorrow. No guilt, no drama, just correction. There's a deeper truth behind all of this. Life becomes meaningful the moment you stop waiting for permission, the moment you stop expecting rescue, the moment you realize the world doesn't shape you, you shape yourself. And here's the paradox. The moment you fully accept no one is coming, you start attracting support, opportunities, and momentum. Because people gravitate towards someone who takes responsibility. Life rewards those who show up without excuses. This truth isn't meant to scare you. It's meant to set you free. The runner. A man wanted to run a marathon but kept delaying it for years. One day, he finally admitted, no one is going to force me to do this. He ran for just 5 minutes that day. 2 years later, he finished 4 marathons. The writer. A woman spent a decade saying she would write a book. One night she accepted the truth. It's no one's job but mine. She wrote 1 page per day. 1 year later, her book was done. The student. A student kept waiting for motivation to study. One day he realized, if I don't save my future, no one else will. That night, he studied for 20 minutes. 6 months later, he topped his exam. Small decisions transform lives. Your life changes the day you accept this truth. No one is coming. It's you. It has always been you. Not in a lonely way, but in a powerful way. Because it means you are not trapped. You are not helpless. You are not waiting anymore. You are becoming the person you were meant to be. And this truth, once accepted, unlocks everything. If this message spoke to you, stay connected, subscribe, reflect, and keep walking this path of growth. This channel exists to guide you, challenge you, and remind you of your potential. Take responsibility today. Start small. Start now. Your future self is waiting for you to show up.